We've come for a walk down to the creek, which is usually a slow trickle after all the rain that we've had, and it is absolutely smashing. We were a bit worried that it might have come up high enough to damage that new pump that we put in. And down here at the gully. So the gully is like got water running all through it. There's some very happy sounding frogs around. Oh, look at those tiny birds all in there. I don't know if you can see them. There's very tiny, tiny birds. Tiny. And the water is running down that gully up there, under our driveway through like culvert, along through the gully, and then it's created this like, I don't know, mud flat there that flows right through and over to down where we just were. So it's coming from up the gully up there, down and into our pond, and then it goes under the driveway here, which is a mud bath, and over out through a culvert and off over that way. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yes, you can. With all of the rain that we've been experiencing, we are also starting to experience some pretty sketchy driveway conditions. So we're going to be spending the weekend, now that the weather's a bit better, getting all of this fixed. This is kind of an area where, like, we drive in along over there and around and down here, and then into the driveway over here. But it's just getting messier and messier, and this is just one part of the driveway. It's just getting messier and messier. So we've got some gravelly road base being delivered that we are going to have to spend the weekend putting down. It doesn't get much better up here either. So there's where it turns to drive down that way. Then along here, it's also just getting worse and worse. So Matt is trying to scrape off the top, and then we'll put the road base down. But my car cannot get through here without sliding all over the place, and neither can, well, any of our other cars actually cannot get through here. So yeah, it goes along here. This bit's not so bad. And then just up here in the shade of this tree, it really mushes up again. Very slippery to drive through. Great dirt, but very slippery. Hi, mate. Hi. Yes. Oh, hi. So we've got Matt on the excavator in what is probably the worst spot for drainage on the driveway. Just kind of digging it out, making some good runoff channels, and yeah, I think 39 ton of Roadbase is going to be delivered, and we are just going to have a crazy weekend of doing the driveway so that we can actually get cars in and out. So he's digging out a channel at the side where there's always been a channel there. It's just that it's kind of full of extra dirt and stuff now. So that when it does rain, the water can run down the slope, and instead of just running across the driveway and washing the whole thing out and making muddy puddles, it will run down along the side of this embankment and around and into the pondy kind of thing over there that then runs through a culvert under the driveway and off down through the gully, which becomes a bit of a creek when the rain's been really heavy, as you would have seen just before. Now he seems to be digging up where the gate is because it's really muddy up there as well. That's actually probably the gate. The bottom here and this part that goes along here is probably the worst parts that we're trying to fix. This is the channel that he was digging so that the water can run down from up there along, and instead of running across the driveway and down into the gully, he'll finish digging this out and it will run down here and along around there into the pond. He's digging out a channel along the side here as well for the same reason. Hi there. Okay, he's actually doing a really good job. This looks way better, smoother, not all dug up. I mean, until you get to that bit, of course. What a magnificent day to make a driveway. load. So the last big load, he's gone all the way around, down, and sort of caps out right there at that log. So yeah. Okay, he's trusting me to drive the digger while he kind of shovels the other loads. So here we go. Oh.
Make sure you tilt your bucket back and leave and keep your revs low.
Apparently I have to make sure I keep my tilt the bucket back and keep the revs low. Okay, this part I'm not very good at. I need to focus for a minute. Alright, the bucket is tilted. I think I need to lift it a bit too. Alright. Okay. Okay, well, the weather has pretty much ruined our plans. Okay, the rain is really starting to come down, so Matt's going to shovel a couple more little shovel loads, and then he's going to level it all off while the dogs and I go inside and start some sort of yummy, slow-cooked, cold weather dinner.